My name is Shaheeb Sher. I'm the Omnipotent one. I'm from the United Kingdom. I'm 44 years old. I think that I'm some kind of the Omnipotent one, the Anointed one, Saviour and Liberator, some kind of a Mahdi figure in the Muslim world. And I think that's some kind of position. But I think I've invented the Concorde, the elevator. I've invented lifts and skyscrapers. That's what Shaheeb Sher has done in the world. I think he's invented the computers, mobile phones. I think I'm depicted in Leonardo Da Vinci's paintings. I think my life's course and events and actions and achievements have been recorded by Leonardo da Vinci, who has perhaps studied me from birth. I think if you look at those babies and those drawings of those babies and those characters, they have my body proportions, my demeanour, features, characteristics and facial features. There's kind of like the same body proportions and blood analysis. I think these paintings can be scrutinised and they pretty much look like Shaheeb Sher. They have the same hands, upper arms, the ears and the eyes look exactly like my eyes and my nose and chin and arms, upper arms and hands. So if you look at those drawings in those paintings, they are very valuable paintings. But if you look at those paintings and the demeanour in those paintings of those babies and those characters, they have the same disposition of unfragmentation and seriousness, of looking up at the stars but being blank and unserious. So it kind of has my facial behaviour and demeanour and body gesture. And if you look at other artists as well, they've also recorded my kind of behaviour and demeanour and disposition in the world as the Omnipotent one. I think I do inventions in the world. That's how I change the world. I solve all of the world's problems. I think that's what I do for the world with inventions and problem solving. I think that's what I've been doing. I think I've been doing it with my relations with the Soviet Union and America, and kind of my birth and kind of my birth as a stable. I think I had 50 presidents or 20 presidents present at my birth, and I had relations with these presidents who kind of look at my ideas and convictions and they act on those convictions with the inventions that I see could benefit mankind, and perhaps also the solutions I have for the problems that exist. If you look at the world before Shaheeb Sher in the 1980, I was born on the 1st of April 1980 in Bradford Royal Infirmary in Bradford, West Yorkshire, United Kingdom. If you look at the world before that birth, it was kind of like a still Soviet world without colour. But if you look at the 80s, it's kind of like a Shaheeb Sher 80s. We had the 60s, which was kind of like the hippies Russian 60s. We had the 70s, which was American steel 70s. And we had the 80s, which was a Shaheeb black 80s. And I've also done the 90s as well as a decade. I've done lots of decades. So I think I've done the 80s and the 90s as Shaheeb decades. I think that I've also introduced new diet to the world. I've introduced meat to the world. If you look at the world before my birth as Shaheeb Sher from the United Kingdom, there was perhaps less meat. So I've introduced meat. I've introduced cheese. I've also introduced frozen food. I think I've introduced a lot of salad, which is the makeup of population on the world and earth. Salad. I've done salad cream. I've done it with the Soviet Union. I think I've also invented a lot of social media with my relations with America. I think that's what I've done with my relations with America. A lot of social media, like Netflix. I've invented internet and modems. I've invented computers. I've computerized the planet. There's public information about this. I think you can check this. It can be checked with the Soviet Union and America as well, and with Great Britain as well. There's a lot of public information about this. I think not only have I invented the computers and the computer age, I've invented the information age with Russia. And I've also invented the space age with Shaheeb in the Wilderness and Saint Jerome depicted in Leonardo's Da Vinci painting, and God Saturn. I think that we are in some kind of a space age, and I've advanced human civilization by 20,000 years in the past decade. That's what I've done in the past decade. I've done a space age in the past decade. So I think that that's one of the achievements as the Omnipotent one. I think I have a Pakistani heritage. I'm Pakistani by origin. My family comes from Pakistan, but I think I'm the 36th descendant of Genghis Khan, which is a Pakistani name. And I think that Pakistan is part of Asia. So I think most of these achievements are Asian rather than European. I think they're Asian achievements. I think the information age is an Asian achievement. I think the space age is an Asian achievement. And perhaps the computer age, computerization, could be an Asian achievement. I think if you look at the other things I've done, I've elected 50 presidents: Bill Clinton, George W. Bush, Barack Obama. I've elected various other presidents like Bhutto and Tony Blair. I've introduced the new Labour Party during the 1990s. It should be normal Labour or old Labour, but I think I invented new Labour with the Russians. So I think that I've changed Great Britain as a country with new Labour. It could just be Labour, but it's new Labour. So I've introduced some kind of Soviet socialism with new Labour. If you look at the other things, if you look at my body proportions, they match exactly the same body proportions of Michelangelo's David. My arms, legs, my body as well. If you look at my body manner, I think Michelangelo's David is Shaheeb Sher, kind of David in the world, or kind of slumbering in the world. I think I slumber a lot. I slumber like David. So I think that's my demeanour and issue. But I think that I have these things in art representations and in my relationships with countries and presidents, because I'm some kind of a Mahdi figure in the Islam world. I come from an Islam heritage, so I'm some kind of a Mahdi figure. But I'm primarily kind of attentioned as the omnipotent figure. I'm primarily considered the omnipotent figure with the relationships I have with presidents and countries. I do a lot of ideas, inventions, creations and problem solving, and I think the world has advanced to a very significant degree because of these Leonardo da Vinci inventions. I think that's what I do in the world. Leonardo da Vinci inventions. I think he knows all about Shaheeb Sher, the omnipotent one. He's some kind of last prophet in the world who does a lot of inventions, Leonardo da Vinci inventions, and this doesn't save the planet, but it just rescues the planet. That's what these Leonardo da Vinci inventions do, Shaheeb Sher inventions do. They rescue the planet from some kind of a dark existence. So it's not so much accepting a healthy planet, but rescuing it. So I have some kind of historical importance in that regard in the world. If you look at other paintings, they also have my facial characteristics and my body proportions, and I think that's one of my considerations as Shaheeb the Omnipotent One. Thank you.